If I mean, really, if the universe wants to make me have uh, according to me, it's a bad reputation to be calling um, inspectors on your neighbors and stuff. But see, if you were watching my videos, it starts out with the asphalt spilling, and see, and that I know that's wrong. You know, it's not only like wrong, it's very strange to contemplate that somebody after 25 years of living in the mountains, whatever, you know, maybe that's just me. Like, God, Shawnee, you really expect people. It's like, yeah, no, really, you do expect people to be conscientious about where they are, the environment, the mountains, like in maybe semi, don't spill carcinogens on your property, like that. So anyway, so so you know, it's the neighbors on this side. They spilt the asphalt. I just kind of scratched them off the list of even being human because it's been like 12 to 15 years that since I moved back here. They don't really acknowledge me very well. It's like, oh, every once in a while, it's like, oh, hi. You know, and it's like, I'm fine with minding our own business, but then you find out who they are when they just throw asphalt on the dirt without preparing it or anything. And see, then I have this guy here, he's putting up this fence. And the thing, I don't mind it at all. I think it's a beautiful fence that he's putting up. But see, it started out that he puts the big posts up and then he puts wiring up to keep his dogs in, and the wiring kind of goes up to here. You know, it's not that up to 5 feet or 6 feet, I don't think at all. It's ugly and it's long. He must have paid fucking $300 or so more for this wiring. And so now he's gonna put up the more beautiful uh, wooden slats, and he puts it up right over the wiring, and the wiring is left on my side. And so there's like there's hardly a space between the wiring and this other fence, and I've already seen some weird stuff happen with the quails that I have, and so I just right now, see, I did send him a note along with the earphones saying, wow, I really appreciate the wood fence, but if we're going to go the rest of the way, can we take the wiring off first and just have the fence go up? Because it looks ugly on my side. It's ugly to look at. I did. I told them that. Please don't do that. Well, they're just leaving it up. So I called this number, the city inspectors, code enforcement agents. Now this fence, if you ask me, it's over 6 feet, it's over 7 feet, it could be 8 feet, and they said that he needs a permit. There isn't any permit there. So they're going to go there on just the cue that there isn't a permit there, but there could be a over 6 foot fence going in, and I don't want this to happen to anybody. See, I told them, well, can I have this anonymous? And it's like, well, actually, this guy named Tom, he is the guy who's on this other case, who they were trying to tell me that it's unfounded. And I told them this. I said, well, I also have another case on the other side. And she said, oh, so on the other side. She started talking about it. I said, yeah. And I said, they found it. They said it was unfounded. And in fact, I have videotape, and I do, of the piles there first. And then, they're dumping the piles there. And see, the thing is I am shaking in my boots because I don't want to cause these people any trouble. I really don't want any trouble. But I told them how well, see, this is the beginning of my first time I've ever called was against these asphalt laying people, who I got a fucking mob of people chasing after me, and then of course defaming my character, and doing some other things that is like completely illegal. But I feel like that something needs, that if I open up this case and just take it to the hill and say, and by the way, this person recorded me on my property and blah, 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 it's not going to be good news for me as far as the money that's here, who can just squash somebody like me if they really wanted to, and I shouldn't even be talking like that. But, I could have more clout than I'm giving myself. I told them, it seemed to have mattered to the official that I was on talking to, that I was here. I said I'd been here for more than 35 years. And some of the things that have been happening is, namely the asphalt spills that I call them, is like, I told it, it's like grotesque, it's atrocious, it's shockingly non-conscientious, and I am not somebody to be calling. I mean, I have stressed it so many times to tell them, and I try to say, well, can you just say that's an anonymous thing? But then see, this is the thing, is I'm under the understanding that I think Tom is going to be coming up to the door, or he's going to be calling me any minute here to talk about the fencing. And she had told me, and I wish I would have got a recording of it, that I'm free to take that mesh down if it's on my side of the property line, or if it's right on the property line and it's on my side, I can take that mesh down. See, I was told by somebody else who thinks they know a lot more. They're saying, well, you will have to pay for that fence. Technically, he can make you pay for half of that fence, via the city saying, now you have to pay for this fence because it's up, and congratulations with the progress going on. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. But if I'm going to have to pay for that fence, you're going to have to pay for half of it coming down, or something like that, because half of the problem, I would not even have called and said anything. If he would just take the fucking mesh down. It is the ugliest fucking craftsmanship. What the fuck are people thinking today?